Hey, it's Cody. Happy spring if you celebrate the spring equinox or Ostara or, whatever you call it. It's also the beginning of the astrological year. So kind of around this time for me personally is always actually feels like New Year, even though the whole like January 1st shit happened. So I don't really have one point to this video. I just feel kind of weird. Um, Last week was like surprise early spring break for my kids, and I thought that it was going to be like this week instead of last. So my plan for last week was you know do a few videos while I had like the house to myself, so that I just have a couple things to post. But it turns out I didn't even realize till like Sunday evening. My kids were like, we don't have school tomorrow, it's fucking spring break. So yeah, that's where I went, and just it's been such a fucking weird last week. It pretty much kicked off. I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, you may have already seen the post. If you're even seeing the shit that I post. One of my beloved pet pigs, had to be euthanized. And it was Shitty Bill. He was such a sweet baby. Here are his little hoofsy prints. They're honestly not the best prints, but it does make me really happy to think that someone had to like stamp out Shitty on this clay. um, about that, pigs normally live to be like 20 years old. Shitty Bill was only about 8, but we got him after he was already several years old. And he had been fed dog food his whole life, and that has too high of sodium content, and some other things, and it wrecked his kidneys. So I mean, he got proper diet when he was with us, but the damage was done. So yeah, it was, I knew it was coming, but that doesn't make it any less fucking awful. Also, here's a little note, some things I learned about pig euthanization. Hardly anyone wants to do it, even if they're like a big animal vet, there's quite a few of those around where I live. I live in a rural area. Lots of, vets that'll do horses and shit, but they don't want to put down pigs. Apparently, a lot of times it can take more than one injection to actually kill them. So I guess the way that, from what I read online, the way that it's done is that they're given anesthesia first, so it's not like they're awake and aware. And then they are given multiple doses until they see that the pig has finally, like, ceased all of its, I don't know, signs of life, right? The only vet we could even find in the area that would do it did not allow owners to be there. I fucking hate that. Worse than the fact of, like, having to already put him down, for me personally, was not being able to be there. Like, for me personally, I don't like being there, but it's something that I feel like I owe to the animal, and I feel like that's really fucked. But they said that it's too traumatic for owners, so I'm not 100% sure what the fuck even fucking happened. So I guess I'll get to think about, what his last moments were like with fucking strangers for the rest of my life, because I didn't get to fucking be there. So yeah. Fuck people who get uncommon pets and don't look up how to actually take care of them. At least the guy's in fucking prison. He was arrested. He was in prison for, like, domestic violence, and his mother then did not know what to do with his pet pig. That's how we ended up with him in the first place. So fuck that guy. Fuck people that get fucking pigs and shit and don't fucking research. That shit pisses me off so fucking bad. Alright, that was the worst thing. Okay, we're past that. I have pretty much just fucking hated this entire last week. I had fucking electricians come out to fix a couple of outlets, and they like looked at the fuse box and basically told me that like my house is about to fucking burn down. Turns out it was just some salespeople fucking tactic. I got 2 other opinions and they're both like, this shit is fucking fine, do not listen to them. So I had like 6 random men, not only in my house, I don't like people being in my house, I feel like it fucks up my energy, but also in my bedroom, because that's where the fucking fuse box is. So I don't like that shit. I have been taking my kids several times over this last week to a skating rink, because they went there at the beginning of the spring break for a birthday party and have become obsessed with skating, which I love for them, but I fucking hate sitting there. Yeah. Went to a skate city. I don't even, that's a skating rink in the US. I don't even know how many states it's in. If you know, you know. Pretty sure they have not updated their music since like 1998, and they also haven't cleaned their bathroom since then. I've had to be at another birthday party at a fucking trampoline park. I don't like noise, and I don't like people. Like, I go there so my kids are happy, but also I want to fucking die the whole time. It's just... And then, even when I was like, okay, I probably could, maybe do a video, there's these fucking kids down the street, man, and they're being raised by their grandparents, who I fucking hate. I hate their grandparents. And they just send the kids to see if, like, we're home. Maybe that's, like, a thing of bygone times. But we have fucking phones now, and I expect a phone call. And I've literally sent those kids home with my phone number multiple times. Be like, hey, can you call? Like, we were getting ready to go to fucking Skate City that I already fucking hate going to. And these fucking kids show up. God damn it. The issue with these kids, well, there's only an issue with one kid. One kid's perfectly fine. He comes, he plays, everyone has fun. The other kid fucking follows me around the entire time. I'm sorry, kid, fuck off. I'm about to go down there and, tell his grandpa to send that kid with the fucking 20 because I don't babysit for free. So, yeah. Finally getting to do a video, it's just me bitching. Okay, so, I also have a couple things besides just fucking... complaining. Shit, if I can get him. Alright, so, for this next year, I am going to be following along, with the Decan walk, that Marlena Teresa is doing. So basically, it's just, I think it's decans, maybe it's decans. Man, I don't know, okay? I don't know about fucking astrology. So it's got, it doesn't have the majors or the court cards or aces. But like here at the beginning of Aries, right, we've got 2 of Wands, 3 of Wands, 4 of Wands, each for 10 days. And then, once it's Taurus, it's moved into an Earth sign, and then we're on Pentacles. Okay, so I believe, I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be, for understanding the tarot, you know, a little better by applying astrological sorts of things to it. I'm actually doing the opposite, because I don't barely know shit about astrology, and I really have no interest in getting more into it than just basics. But yeah, I feel like I'm kind of taking the opposite approach, in that I'm using the things that I know about the tarot cards that are assigned to each sign to sort of explore more about the signs of the zodiac. So I thought that might be kind of fun. I just printed this off offline, this Decan wheel. I had to cut it in half because it wouldn't fucking fit on my page here. So I have 2 deck options that I was gonna... I don't know, man. Okay, first of all, I always have to narrow down my options for myself, because if anything has, like, more than 4 or 5 options, like, I don't know how to even make a fucking decision. So I thought it might be a good idea to pick one that sort of has the astrological correspondences, like, on the cards. So I ended up with kind of thothy decks. So I'm gonna either use, Tarot of the Vampires, like, he's got his little Aries sign there. She's got 2 here somewhere. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Okay, just trust me, she's got it, right? So, hidden somewhere in all of these cards, oh, there's Venus back here, are the astrological correspondences, for each of these cards. I don't know if I feel like vampires, all year? I don't know, man. So, maybe this one... Or... My other option that I'm kind of leaning toward right now is the New Chapter Tarot. And this one is, yeah. It doesn't have the astrological symbols on all of the cards. It just has them on some. I say going through some that don't fucking have them. I don't know. There's several of them in here that do. I don't know why I kind of felt like this might have been a good deck to use for this. This is, one of 2 extra majors. I mean, there, he's got fucking... See, I don't even know. What is that? So, I don't know. And then I kind of realized that, like, nothing is making me use either of these decks. I could just fucking change them whenever I want. You know, each 10 days, if I'm suddenly like, you know what, I don't want to use this deck anymore, I could. I don't know why I'm trying to, like, force myself into this, but, like, well, no, I do. I know exactly why. It's because I can't make decisions when there's too many fucking options, so... I think I'll start with this. I do already have, I think it starts today, right? Or is it tomorrow? Man, I don't know. But the point is, I already have the 2 of Wands pulled out of this deck. And up on my altar in a little area so that I feel like it could, oh, Jesus. So, yeah. So, I'm ready for that. Alright, let's... the next thing is, I don't know if anyone watching this even remembers this. A few years ago, I have a shop. I mean, still now. And I used to do like some the electroplating on jewelry with copper. And my rectifier, like the little power supply, got fucked up. And so I was just recently able to get a new one. Super fucking excited. I've made a couple things. Here I have, look at it, bruh. Moonstone and amethyst. I kind of just made some pieces that were almost more like test pieces. That's a blue chalcedony. Just because you kind of have to get used to a new rectifier. That's just, some obsidian. You kind of have to get used to a new rectifier, and, like, I don't know, they all just kind of have their quirks. But after making, like, 4 pieces, I'm having weird connectivity problems with, like, I don't know, something's not making a good connection somewhere. So I gotta fuck with that, which kind of pisses me off because I was super excited. I have some shit, like, showing up in the mail today that had, like, fantastic plans for beautiful pieces, and now I'm gonna have to fucking, I don't even know, take a wire brush to everything or something. It's brand new, man. This thing should be doing perfect. But, you know, I guess shit happens. Alright, what else do we have here? Another thing that I have is a book recommendation. I will mention this again, probably in my, I don't really do a wrap-up, but I tend to kind of wrap up books. So probably in my, like, things I'm going to work with in April. So, The Flowering Wand, this is by Sophie Strand. So, I don't know if anyone... Alright, I stumbled upon this group called, The Way of the Rose on Facebook. I didn't know it was a book. I didn't know anything about it. It's sort of... It's based on a book of the same name. And it's... I don't necessarily agree with everything. It's sort of that Mary is the embodiment of all these other goddesses or something. I don't know. I don't like that. I don't fucking vibe with that shit. I do think that they're distinctive energies. I don't think that they're all, like, shoved into one thing. But that's beside the point. This is the author of The Way of the Rose's wife, Sophie Strand, wrote this book. And I'd kind of been looking at it, Flowering Wand is rewilding the sacred masculine. So, it seemed really interesting to me. I didn't get it for a while, but then I saw it in person at Barnes & Noble. And I was like, man, you know what? Maybe I do want this. I kept taking this, like, on and off my wish list and shit. And this, okay, I'm only, well, not even quite halfway, but I am really, really enjoying this book. If we just, I guess might as well, I'm not doing anything else. Look at even just, like, the chapter titles here, if I can find them. We've got, The Hanged Man is the Rooted One, Thinking from the Feet. So there's definitely tarot things in here that I feel like if you didn't read tarot would be fucking weird. The Minotaur dances the masculine back into the Milky Way. Myths need to move. The moon belongs to everyone. Becoming a home, the Empress card embraces the masculine. A new myth for Narcissus. It's just... It's not necessarily a reinterpretation. I think it's kind of a reminder. Here in the US, I mean, I feel like this is probably a pretty widespread problem with weird, twisted, fucked up ideas of masculinity. And this is just really talking about, you know, how it didn't always used to be this way. There's a lot of stuff about Dionysus in here. I'm not 100% sure that all of it is factually accurate. I will say that. I mean, I'm not saying that it's not. Not that I've found anything that is not, but I just don't know that much about Dionysus to be like, yeah, that's bullshit, you know? And honestly, I'm not sure that I give a fuck, because I do really like this. What else do we have here? Somewhere, we've got a whole, Tom Bombadil. Sharing the meal, Tom Bombadil offers the masculine safe haven. So it's really an interesting exploration of masculinity. You know, and masculinity is in fucking everyone. I just really like this book. I feel like it's pretty accessible. I mean, I feel like if you don't know any sort of spiritual kind of stuff, you might be drowning in the information in this. But if you've been around a bit, I do recommend this book. Yeah, I mean, again, I haven't even finished the thing, but I have just really been enjoying it. The chapters are, like, short. They're only a few pages. So they're kind of in, like, little bite-sized pieces that are easier to digest, I guess, than just, like, this huge text. I don't even know how to explain it. That didn't make sense, but... Oh, the devil card is Dionysus. Okay, so it's just... I like it. This just has a lot of shit in it, that I'm interested in. So, yeah, The Flowering Wand by Sophie Strand. I recommend this. Alright, the last cool thing. Alright, so I'm going to show you this. I finally got Madame Lydia Wilhelmina's Tarot of Monsters, the Macabre, and Autumn's Scenes. So, there were a couple copies thrown up, so it's not really like the right season. I mean, is there a right season? Is that even a thing? Or, I don't know. So I'm pretty excited to get this deck. I know it's been out for a few years. It usually comes out around, like, Samhain, Halloween. And I'm never, like, in a financial situation when there are copies available, to get one. But then there were, a couple copies that came out here, so it's not quite seasonal. I probably am not going to be showing this, anytime soon as, like, something that I'm working with. Not that I won't draw a couple cards from it here and there, but it's just not really... I work with decks very seasonally, so I love this. I love what I'm seeing in here. I love the energy that I'm getting, but it's just not really this time of the year for me. But I'm excited about it, and I did want to show somebody, you know, who might give a shit. Because my husband's like, yep, cool. So I like the creepiness of this deck, as in it's not, like, full on in your face. It's, like, subtle eeriness, maybe. I mean, that one I'm pretty sure is a corpse, but... Oh, that one too. Even the cards that aren't quite like that, there's just something a little bit off going on. And I really like that, so I'm excited that I have this. I have wanted it for several years. Oh my god, my dog. Well, I guess that's all I really wanted to say. The dog's flipping shit. It's probably a UPS truck driving by, but have a good spring, Equinox, or Ostara, or anything if you celebrate. If not, that's fine too. Thanks for watching. Bye.